Hello, welcome to Chicken and Life. I'm Adrienne the Turquoise Lady, and now we're going to talk about goal setting or slow changes over time. Okay, so the goal is to get to a healthy meal. It's to eat more whole foods that look like they did when they came off of the plant or animal, but whole foods, that's basically what they are. Whole foods look like they did when they came off of the plant or animal. They haven't been ground up and turned into something else. They are their original, beautiful, nutrient-providing thing, okay? So, we want to move to this more healthy diet. So, we use a SMART goal in order to do that. So it is a specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound goal. So, if I just say, I'm gonna eat more vegetables, well, what does that mean? How do I measure that? How do I say, yes, I've achieved this goal, or no, I haven't achieved that goal? So that I can make any changes to achieve that goal. So let's talk about what this means. So it's something very specific. So maybe the goal that I've decided to focus on this week, and we really only want to focus on 1 to 3 new things at the same time for most folks, because again, we want you to do it longer than 5 minutes, right? If we go straight from I'm eating potato chips half the day to this meal 3 times a day, well, I mean, you don't normally have breakfast with vegetables, but you could, because eggs with some peppers in it, for instance, to keep it simple, is delicious. So you could have vegetables at breakfast, but let's say you're not, okay? We're not going to go from this drasticness over here to woof, that drasticness over there. We want to slowly move towards that, okay? So, specific. So, if I realize, hey, I'm a meat and potatoes guy, and I typically never have vegetables, oh man, that's going to be hard to go to this, right? So specifically, I'm trying to increase my vegetables, so I will set my goal around that. I want it to be measurable. So maybe I'm going to say 3 times a week. So if we're meat and potatoes person, and we're trying to change that, so I'm going to try broccoli. I'm going to just get some frozen broccoli, measure out a cup of it, because once you steam it up, it's going to turn into a half a cup. Put a little garlic pepper and tub margarine on there. Bam-o. That's it. That's all I'm doing. It's very small. If I shoot for, say, 3 times a week, that's measurable. So that can be what you do. I really like frozen vegetables because you can just measure out a tiny amount of it, like 1 cup, and put a bag clip on it and stick it back in the freezer, and it's not the end of the world. So you could try 3 new vegetables a week. Or you could get 1 vegetable and try it 3 different ways in a week. So again, we're back to that. I'm working towards my goal. I'm making it very measurable. Is it attainable? Well, it's definitely more attainable when I set it for 3 times a week than 3 times a day, right? So, yay, that is attainable. And maybe next week I will set it for 4 times in the week. And then the week after that it'll be 5 times in the week. See how we're slowly changing? We're allowing our palate to get used to it. When I was young, I ate really badly. I will tell you, I would have peanut butter crunch for breakfast, and then I would have zingers for a snack, and then I would run across the street because it was close, and I would get Carl's Jr. So I would get a hamburger or a chicken sandwich with French fries, and then for dinner I would have pizza. I was not a healthy eater before I was a dietitian, and I had no energy. I was in my 20s and I was so frustrated because I had no energy, but I also didn't realize I was barely eating anything with any nutritional value. And so, eventually or occasionally there would be a vegetable that would slip in here and there, and I'd feel good for 5 minutes and wouldn't even know why. But anyway, so you want it attainable, not 100% change, Attainable, so 3 times a week, very doable. Okay, relevant. Is this going to help me achieve my goal? My goal is to get more energy. Well, if I add more vegetables, heck yeah, that'll help you achieve that goal. And then time bound. It's in a week. It's 3 times, it's within a week. So that's something that I can very easily look back at and say, yes, I did it. Definitely, you want to pat yourself on the back and say, yes, I did a good job. And it doesn't matter how small it is. It's very important that we reward ourselves. Okay, but I would say not with food, because then you're kind of going the other direction. Just a reminder, when we eat better, we feel better. When we eat crappy food, we feel crappy. Here's a story for you. So, when I got married the first time, we all have to have a starter, well, okay, not all of us, but I had to have a starter relationship. And for our honeymoon, we went camping for a weekend. So we took, like, we didn't want to have to cook, so we took, like, potato chips and Doritos and cream pies and zingers and, like, all this junk. It was just, like, ridiculous. By the time we got home, we felt awful. We could barely move. It was completely insane. So if you eat trash, you feel like trash, and you've created a bunch of inflammation in your body, which makes you feel like trash. And so we were like, oh my gosh, I want real food so bad. Okay, so that's my embarrassing personal story. I have done some bad things. But now I'm feeling better because I eat better, okay? So thank you for listening. This is Chicken and Life. I'm Adrienne the Turquoise Lady. Please like, subscribe, and ring that bell for me. Thank you. Have a great day.